Hi guys, and welcome to Life of Tri. In this video we're going to look at the types of goals that you can set yourself and also how that impacts what you're trying to achieve within triathlon. So I'm filming this and it's just turned New Year's, often a time to reflect, but that doesn't mean that you need to do it at this time of year. Often people will reflect when there's a significant event happen to them. New Year's and Christmas, the end of the year, is often a time to reflect, but often people will reflect when something major has happened in their lives. Maybe they've had a health scare, maybe someone close to them has had a health scare, or something along those lines. Often then people will come up with resolutions that they want to put in place in order to achieve something. So someone may have had a health scare and want to be a little bit healthier, so they may give up drinking for a certain time, or they may decide to eat more healthily. Within triathlon, normally people give themselves a goal of doing a specific race or maybe completing a triathlon event for the first time. And this video is aimed at those new to the sport or anyone who's looking for a little bit of structure to how they set goals in the future. What's important to note is some of the reasons why people fail within their resolutions or their goal setting. Often people aren't ready to make a change, and that's really important to try and understand where you are at that moment in time. Are you physically ready to make a change? Have you had that much of a sort of time to reflect? You think, actually, now I need to make some changes. Secondly, then people are often not committed enough. So they like the idea of making a change, but at the same time as well, maybe their lifestyle, they quite like that and they're happy enough as well. The third point where people fail is they're not prepared. They like the idea of doing something, but they either don't prepare or they don't know how to prepare to achieve that outcome. And fourthly then is sometimes people set themselves goals which are not realistic at all. So at this point it's important to know or define what a goal is and how you go about setting it. So it's the process of establishing an outcome which your actions should achieve. So in broad simple terms, you need to understand where you want to go and then the journey or the roadmap in how to get there. So there are three different types of goals which, as a triathlete or a budding triathlete, chances are your goals will be one of these. So first of all, you have an outcome goal, and that's focused on the end result. So that could be the completion of a specific race. So the roadmap to get there is the training, but the goal or the overall aim is the completion of that race. The second goal then is a performance goal, and that is you as an individual setting a certain level or a benchmark for you to achieve. So that could be something like running 5 kilometers in under 25 minutes or completing a certain triathlon race in a time. Again, it's personal to you, so it's what is relevant to you. So the third goal then is a process goal, and that's looking at your skill execution or the technique that you have to do a specific task. So a really good example would be looking at your swim technique, but specifically your pull. By improving that, then you have a knock-on effect of hopefully then improving your times and maybe the further you can go through water because you're more efficient. Another example may be that you may not come from a cycling background, so you decide to look at the technique of descending a hill. For me personally, that's definitely something I need to work on. My technique to climb is very good, but I'm rubbish at coming downhill. So it's good to have an end goal that includes milestones along the way, and at each milestone there may be a specific goal. So that's where you may have a mixture of the process, the performance, and also another outcome goal within the milestones. Those milestones are the roadmap to achieving the end point, and that could be something like a completion of a race. They allow you to review where you are on that journey. Are you still on the right path? Has something happened that you need to change? And if it does, then it allows you time and space to get where you need to go. A lot of emphasis is put on outcome goals, rightly so, but also put on performance goals. And process goals then are often overlooked. These shouldn't be overlooked because process goals allow you to make behavioural changes. So for example, if going back to the example I made earlier, that your process goal was to change or to improve your swim pull, by doing that then you have a knock-on effect of being more efficient in the water, hopefully being quicker, and just coming out a lot fresher to then get on the bike. So like I said, there's a knock-on effect to using those types of goals, which have the knock-on effect to achieving your end goal. So before you decide on your goal, it's important to understand how you structure it. By setting it out at the very beginning and being very clear about it, it allows you to have a real clear roadmap, and we spoke about that already, to get into where you need to get to, and then you can communicate it with those around you. So at Life of Tri, we always use SMART, and that's the acronym. So the S for SMART is being specific. So write it down. What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? And when are you going to do it? Make it measurable. So what will success look like? Will it be that you physically finish a race, you've got that medal around your neck? Is it attainable? That's the A. So realistically, can you achieve it? If your goal is to do an Ironman within 6 weeks and you have no baseline fitness, well, that's not attainable. You may decide then to do a triathlon, but you have no spare time to train. So something in your life has to change, and before you can even set that goal, you need to make those changes first. So is it relevant? So what's your personal sort of motivation for doing it, and why are you doing it? I think it's important to have that motivation, which allows you to stay focused. And then timely. So what are you hoping to do when? And it comes back to the specific part as well. But what I like to do is write all of this down. I want to achieve X, Y, and Z by this date, and to achieve it, I need to do A, B, C. By writing it down, you can then share it with those around you. And it's important to have the buy-in of your family and your friends. So there's some things to consider before you dive straight in. There's some tools and some structure to set in your goals. But what's important is that you take some time to reflect where you currently are. So what is your baseline? What is your current level of fitness? What is your end point? And how do you work out everything in between? You may not be able to do that on your own, and you may need to seek advice from either a qualified coach or some friends, or join a club, and some experienced triathletes will be able to help you fill that out. Choose a goal that matters to you, and this is important. By ensuring that you're doing it for positive reasons for you, you are more likely to succeed. Your personal motivation will help you through those tough training sessions, and there will be tough training sessions. If you're a complete beginner and you're new to the sport, regardless of your level of fitness, you're going to have to learn new skills and increase fitness in each of the disciplines. And then finally, whatever goal you decide on, just make sure that it's smart. Write it down, and if possible, share it with those around you. You will need the support of your family. You will need the support of your colleagues and your friends. They will get you through those tough training sessions, so it's important to include them. There you go, guys. A very short video on how you set your goals and the types of goals that you can have within triathlon. If you like what we do, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. It might be around there somewhere, wherever it may be. Hit us up on social media. We love hearing from the people in the community. We love hearing what works in our videos, what doesn't work in our videos. Give us some feedback, but also let us know other topics that you want to know about as well. Anyway, good luck with your goal setting, and like I said, get in touch.